Hello everyone, this is Godzilla Wolf 1 and I am back with another Skyrim live stream. And give me 1 second. Had to get my helmet on. My headset on. We started the Dragonborn DLC, which so far is being very ominous because there is a evil cult that everyone feels like they've seen the name of their leader in a dream, so that's normally ominous. We also have at least one mission that is explicitly set on this area of the world, which is actually kind of cool. Anyway, I'm gonna start messaging things out. Give me 1 second, assuming these websites will agree with me, which they don't always do because they're stupid. I don't know why they set up the way they are. I believe this is episode 55. We have been doing a lot of these episodes, to be honest. Because this is a very long RPG, and I appreciate that. Okay, so submit that. You give me 1 second. Okay, so let's finally read some books again, because we have not been able to do that forever, because we keep getting interrupted. Let's see, did we read that one yet? Really need to get rid of some of these notes. I read that last time. Physicality of werewolves. This might be useful because we are a werewolf. Far too many books with such as this one begin with some justification, some reason for the study is concocted, in hopes that the writer's obsession will be seen in a more noble light. I make no such pretensions. No werewolf killed my family, none ever threatened me personally, and none nor even an acquaintance of mine. My obsession is born out of simple curiosity, with a strong dose of hatred for the unnatural. Is it possible that hate something without having been done harm by it? I am no philosopher, and thus here ends my introduction. On with my studies. I endeavored over the course of several decades to perform a complete study on the physical nature of the creatures we call werewolves. I look entirely the origins of this plague, whether acquired voluntarily or afflicted, and how one might be cured. Such matters are filled with too much guesswork and rambling, second-hand inanities and from farm hands. Captured in Subject A. Captured in Morrowind from while in the beast form. Makeup male Breton in his true form. Note, subject shows an unusually high degree of control over his transformations. Experiment 1. Subject's bodily proportions were thoroughly measured before, during, and after the transformation. As expected, the proportions were identical while in true form, but some minor swelling of the head was observed immediately after the return. Changes during the transformation observed: 23% increase in shoulder width, 17% narrowing of the hips, 47% increasing of arm, lengthening of the arms, 7 increase in finger length, not accounting for the claws. Fun fact, that is actually not accurate because, well, okay, depends on the claw. Like, Skyrim werewolves, I'm not sure how they, are rendered. Like, the thing with any kind of animal, and this is something a friend of mine actually told me, some animals have nails. In some cases, the claw is actually an extension of their finger. Like, it's actually the last digit of your finger having lengthened out and sharpened and not being covered by skin. Fun fact there. But with Skyrim werewolves, I think they're just normal claws that grow, like they're nails that grow out and aren't actually, so yeah, that's okay. That, in this case, that makes sense. But yeah, depending on the creature, the last digit of your finger might be your claw. It's just not covered in skin anymore. And sharp. Let me see. As for the legs, the lengthening of the foot to several times its normal length seems to account for the otherwise negligible changes to the thigh region. Yeah, that's also another common mistake people make, is saying, oh, werewolves have a reverse knee, or they have a second knee. No, that's just their ankle having, their foot having lengthened, so their ankle is up further on the leg. That's how digitigrating works. If you're standing on your tiptoes, you're technically making your leg digitigrade. Subject was coerced into changing as rapidly and frequently as possible at various times and at various levels of duress. Transformation times and effects were not viewed to change noticeably. Subject expired, concluding tests. Oh boy. Subject B, captured in Cyrodiil, already imprisoned by local authorities in true form. Makeup female, Nord in her true form. Note, subject large size in true and transformed states makes an excellent fit for vivisection. I believe I may have been the first to witness a werewolf transformation ply its effects on the internal workings of the creature. The heart is the first thing to swell long before the lungs or bones shift to accommodate it. This may account for the intense chest pains that some of the afflicted report directly before their changes. More interestingly were the changes observed in the muscles of the legs. I had expected a strengthening, as the beasts are known for their great power and speed, but they also seemed to change color to a dusky brown. This could be attributed to blood loss from the procedures. Before the subject expired, I worked applying some known remedies for the disease directly to internal organs. Wolfsbane's petal applied to the blood bones seemed to render them brittle, and the ribcage nearly collapsed at a touch. The juice of bright and belladonna berries was pressed directly into the veins, and they could be seen to shrivel behind the flow as it moved through the system. Upon reaching the heart, the major vessels pulled away completely, and subject expired within minutes. And that is disturbing. Like, that is very, very disturbing. Yes, werewolves can be evil, but it sounds like this guy just kidnapped a bunch of innocent, like, multiple innocent people. Also, I forgot I had the zombie dog. The zombie dog startled me for a second because I forgot it exists. Okay, let's see. Let's look at the map and see. Okay, that's actually close to me, so let's actually head that way. Okay, there's the blacksmith's forge. Hello, guard.
The entire island isn't covered in ash, you know. They have huge ice fields up north, and it's freezing.
Okay, that's you.
The wife of the second counselor of Ravenhall. It would be my pleasure to help you any way.
Your visit here would be tolerated as long as you abide by our...
Hey, look, dude, I always abide by the laws of the place I'm staying.
I walked the ashlands of Vardenfell. I miss it terribly.
Like, I'm a lawful good well, not, I'd say chaotic good. I'd say I'm more chaotic good.
Move along, outlander.
either chaotic good or neutral good. I'm trying to decide which fits better. I don't think lawful good is exactly the best term. Nord meat. Why is it stealing if this is abandoned? My own dog is scaring me a little bit. I mean, it's a zombie, so of course it's a little scary. It's a freaking zombie dog. Okay, let's head over here.
Here in his shrine, that they have forgotten. Here do we toil, that we might remember. By night we recollect what by day was stolen, far from ourselves. He grows ever near to us. Our eyes once were blind, now through him do we see. Our hands once were idle, now through them does he speak. And when the world shall listen, and when the world shall see, and when the world remembers, that world will cease to be. Here in his shrine.
Okay, that is disturbing and
They have forgotten. Here do we toil.
You there. You don't seem to be in quite the same state as the others here. Very interesting.
May I ask what it is you're doing here?
Mirak.
It sounds familiar, and yet I can't quite place...
Oh, wait, I recall. But that makes very little sense. Mirak's been dead for thousands of years. I'm not sure, but it is fascinating, isn't it?
Perhaps it has some relation to what's going on here. Quite unexpected. I'm afraid I can't give you any answers, but there are ruins of an ancient temple of Mirax toward the center of the island. If I were you, I'd look there. Building something, clearly, and yet they don't seem to have much to say about it. I'm very interested to find out what happens when they finish. Certainly not. Doing so would interfere with whatever is going on, and I would be unable to see how this all turns out.
dude, I think that is an absolutely terrible idea. And, I mean, they might be trying to summon, like, a Daedric Lord to our plane of reality, or resurrect an Eldritch Horror, or something like that. This is a bad idea.
It is the only place where silt striders can be found. Although I managed to transplant a few here when I arrived.
Okay, so... creepy stuff, as per usual, of course, because this is Skyrim. Of course there's freaky stuff. Let's see what this does.
Now, when the world shall listen.
Inadvisable. Oh, fascinating. Ah, so you are able to resist the effect of exerting your will. Fascinating. I would not advise touching the stone again. The effects of repeated contact
And when the world remembers.
Unless, of course, you'd like to contribute to my investigation, which could be very enlightening to observe for you.
That world will cease to be.
So, apparently that's also associated with Mirak, which tells me as I continue the storyline, it will eventually be important.
That's close enough. Time to die!
You know what, I'm feeling a little nostalgic here. Which definitely did not help. Okay, so... where's my healing potions? Okay, where's the other guy? Okay. Really not even anything of use. And I was using underpowered stuff. I don't think these are actually strong anymore. I was just trying to be a little... Ooh. Nordic rings. Okay, here we go. Finding naturally occurring raw pieces of suitable size and shape is unlikely. Perhaps at some altar or methods I have not yet explained. I quickly discovered grinding with traditional methods is nearly impossible, but this material fascinates me. I am determined to incorporate it into my work. Shattering large chunks with application of violent force after repeated bouts of extreme heating and cooling. No magical methods are most viable, yields far more material to select from. In addition, the shards are more angular in shape than debris left by a pickaxe. The amount of waste is disappointing, but the cost may be offset. Further shaping by using second appropriately sized piece of Skyrim yields particularly satisfying results. The product is quite rough, but sort of a naturalistic appeal. Setting Quicksilver with a natural Nordic motif. Perfection. With a bit of hired help, I have adequate materials to design and distribute it to the mainland. Finally make a name for myself. I feel sorry for this dude. Is this a like, what is this just another pickaxe? That's just another pickaxe. Okay. Okay, so now what am I supposed to do? Poor guy. Well, he is a Nord. I'm assuming he is. Okay, so what is this substance that we are looking for? Is that present? I don't have any, unless this is what I'm supposed to be looking at. Like, I think this is probably what I'm supposed to be looking at. So... Did that do anything? No, that didn't do anything. Okay, so that didn't really resolve anything. How long will I have Merak's thing in my head? I mean, I do want to explore this place a little more because it's like the first hub city of this. Hey, trooper! Okay, let's wait till morning. Okay. This is a shop or an inn or something.
I work for Mogul. You got a problem, you talk to him.
If you're dealing with me, there's only one thing to remember. Pay your debts or end up hurt. No, wait. I recognize the name, but I'm not sure why. I don't know. I feel strange just thinking about it. A temple, maybe. Here on the island, something about a temple? Mm-hmm.
Mogul doesn't lend coin to outlanders. Look somewhere else.
Teldrin Cerro, blade for hire. If you have the coin, I'm at your service.
You looking for trouble? Stay out of my way.
Look, dude, I don't want any trouble. I'm just here trying to figure out why some jerk ended up sending cultists to try to murder me. That's all I really am here for. Knowing my luck, it'll probably spiral out of control until I'm trying to stop some ancient evil force from destroying the world.
Welcome to the Retching Netch Corner Club, home of the finest Sujammer that will ever grace your lips. There's actually a funny story behind the name, friend. A few years ago, I was walking down by the docks, and I noticed a Dunmer staggering along with a bottle of Sujammer in hand. He was one of my patrons and liked to drink heavily, so I wasn't exactly surprised. But you see, this particular Dunmer was as naked as the day he was born, and singing badly at the top of his lungs. As I'm watching this spectacle, a Netch floats over the bulwark towards him. The man looks straight up at the Netch, yells, "Have a drink," and tosses the bottle. And it never hit the ground. Well, the bottle broke on the Netch, and it must have swallowed its contents because it started floating sort of tilted. Finally, it stopped and began to quiver. A few moments later, the foulest liquid to ever assail your nostrils spewed from its maw. I've seen plenty of drunks in me day, and I'll tell you right now, That netch was sick. True story, friend. True story.
Okay. Well.
The finest Sujamma to cross your lips, friend. My own personal formula that I call Sadri's Sujamma. In fact, I've just added some new ingredients to the mixture that I think makes it taste better than ever. All I need to do is get the word out that it's ready, and they'll flock here for it. I was kind of hoping you'd say that. Here, take these samples of the Sujamma and spread the word. If you get rid of all of them, there's something extra in it for you.
Okay. Let's look at what this stuff actually does. It's probably under food. It's literally just alcohol. You know, I question why no one is paying any attention to the zombie dog following me around, but it's Skyrim. Of course they don't pay any attention to the zombie dog.
Blade for hire, if you have the coin.
Welcome to the Retching Netch Corner Club, my lord. If you need anything, Master Gildus will be happy to help you. Sorry, Gildus won't allow me to drink while I'm working at the Netch. All right, then.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll find someone who will drink this stuff.
If it wasn't for the bulwark, we'd be digging our houses out from beneath the ash.
I'll give you this warning only once. Take that swill and pour it down a well. All right, then.
I work for Mokro. You got a problem, you talk to him.
I mean, I'm not too concerned.
It gets lonely out here, you know, on this remote island.
I don't really feel like...
You haven't seen Cretius Corellius, have you? That foolish old man's taken my pickaxe again. No, this isn't just your run-of-the-mill pickaxe. I'm talking about an ancient Nordic pickaxe. They don't exactly grow on trees, you know. I prefer to handle these things on my own. Look, if you see Cretius, tell him to give me that pickaxe back, and I'll pay you for the trouble. Looking to protect yourself, or deal some damage?
Okay, let's see. What have you got? Ebony Bow, the Inferno. That's actually kind of cool. Okay, Strelham. That's new. Bone mold. That's what the guards are all wearing, I think. Chitin armor. Okay, that's what that assassin was wearing. Don't like the helmet. I don't know if it's as good as glass is. Let me see. Let me see. It. Okay, apparently it's not as good as glass. It can be upgraded with elven smithing. Okay. I think glass is just overall better. Yeah, glass is just better in general. I mean, it looks cool. It does look cool. It's just not the kind of stuff I'm after. Let's see. What do you provide?
Perfect. I was just thinking about heading over for a drink. Thanks for saving me the trip.
You're quite welcome, then. Let me see.
A fine question, and the one that I hear most often from visitors to our town. I wish I had a more romantic tale to tell, but I was simply seeking my fortune and chose Raven Rock to ply my trade. Besides, knowing how to repair bone mold armor wasn't very useful in Riften. I had a friend over there, a dark elf named Van Ryth, a very talented armor smith. Spent a lot of time with the guy swapping smithing techniques. Learned a heck of a lot, including how to repair bone mold. After he moved on to greener pastures, I decided to pack up, move out here, and put those lessons to the test. Been here ever since. It's the only tool tough enough to crack Skyrim, is what it is. Not many of those beauties left in the world. Forging them is a lost art. The one Crescius borrowed came from the Skull village up north. I, traded them some goods for it. Calling Skyrim an ore is like calling my forge a campfire. Some folks say it's enchanted ice, but I think there's more to it than that. I don't think I've come across more than a chunk or two in my lifetime, and smithing's my trade. If you're looking to learn more, you should head over to the Skull village. Someone there's bound to know more about it than I do.
I'm curious about this.
You tell Crescius he better give that pickaxe back to me, or else.
Then I guess I'll just, you know, keep asking people if they want a drink.
Miserable. Just miserable. Oh, I hate this place. At least my father will let me drink whatever I want without complaining. Tell Geldis I appreciate it. Don't like it? I hate it. Every day it's the same thing. We open the shop, we hardly sell a thing, we close the shop and go to sleep. What kind of a life is that? Oh, believe me, I'd be on the first ship off this miserable island if I could. But I'm not sure I could do that to my father. I think it would break his heart. We've already lost my mother. I don't want to leave him alone. We lived in a settlement, perhaps a league from the border of Black Marsh, the homeland of the Argonians. Even though the Argonian invasion ended a long time ago, there are still a few scale-skinned clans that live within our borders. To put it simply, they attacked our settlement and slaughtered almost everyone. It was horrible.
I wish there was a special dialogue options for an Argonian in that situation. So I'll just roleplay one. Look, I know I'm not the Argonians that had anything to do with it, but I'm sorry my people did that to you. We kind of do have a hive mind thing, which makes this very awkward. But sorry for your loss.
Keep yourself safe. Solstheim's still a dangerous place.
Welcome to Raven Rock, traveler. Could I interest you in any fine ash-grown foods? The Dunmer have been growing food in the ashlands for thousands of years. It was born out of the necessity to survive in the harsh climate of our homeland. And now, with the constant eruptions of the Red Mountain, it's more important than ever. No, only the Telvanni have the ability to weave living growth from the ash. This simply takes the right ingredients, the right tools, and a lot of patience. Well, take a look at what I have, and maybe we can make a deal.
Okay, let's see, what do you got? Fun fact, that's an actual thing. Like, that is actually a real thing.
Always a pleasure to taste anything Geldis comes up with.
Okay, so that's actually going very well.
I always have plenty of food.
Oh, Well, tell Geldis that Miri says she really appreciates it. And don't stay away.
My husband Bendel feared visitors would shun Raven Rock. I'm glad to see he was mistaken. Sure, got nothing better to do.
Okay, this is going simply.
May your path be free from danger.
You guys are actually really nice. I'm actually enjoying myself here. Like, these guys are actually really polite for the most part.
Want to buy anything, or just laugh at our misfortunes? Mining here? No. However, I used to sell East Empire pendants until I ran out of them. Popular little item. It's an amulet that was made exclusively for the East Empire Company.
Yeah. Like, these guys don't like Argonians, but like the Dark Elves and Argonians don't get along, but here we are, them just, you know.
I'd love to get my hands on a few of them. They could be anywhere on the island. The mines might be a good place to start. If you find any while you're exploring Solstheim, bring them here, and I'll pay you for them.
Alright.
Everything I've got on display, really.
Let's see what you got here. Next time I play through, I'm probably going to use... Oh, nice. But nothing I can really use. Next time I play through this game, I'm probably going to use a greatsword.
Geldis needs to bottle this up and send it to the mainland instead of wasting his time out here. His drinks are outstanding. Thanks.
Okay, that's 6 of them.
Bad. What if I told you that you're the first person that's even considered looking at my wares today? I've half a mind to contact my friends at the East Empire Company and see if they need an extra hand in Windhelm. Oh, absolutely. In fact, I've corresponded with Vittoria Vici herself more than once. You know, the lady who runs the East Empire Company warehouse in Solitude. The biggest warehouse they have.
I think I've met her.
Ah, you're just like the rest of the folks around here. Mark my words. The East Empire Company will return to Raven Rock. When they do, I'll be at the top of their list. The question you should be asking is, what don't I sell here? Because I have pretty much any supplies you might need. If it's not a weapon, potion, or armor, then it's likely that I have it. Jarland, over at the docks, brings me most of my supplies, and the rest comes from bartering with the people in town. Oh, Glover Mallory gets me a few things once in a while. He usually has the most amazing deals that I can't pass up. See for yourself.
I'm gonna show the guy some kindness and buy something. He might have something useful. I don't really need that because I'm immune to disease. Potion of plentiful stamina. Don't really need that. See, do you have any spell books of use? Got any iron? I do need soul gems. Pretty much always need those. There you go, dude.
The East Empire pendants are scattered all over, so leave no stone unturned.
Okay, so let's continue. You look at this, his wares, and it's all anti-Argonian propaganda booklets. Your character starts sweating nervously. That would be awkward. That'd be extremely awkward. Fortunately, that didn't happen. Sorry, dude. Let's go over to the docks, then. This is a big hub city. Oh yeah, that reminds me, one interesting thing I found is I'm a homebrew race in my D&D campaign.
Northern Maiden, ship shape, ready to go.
Is I'm a homebrew race in my D&D campaign, which one of the things is I'm not a humanoid. I'm what you'd call a monstrosity, which is obviously not a humanoid creature. But that turns out, and this was not something I had in mind when I was homebrewing the character up. I just wanted to be a certain type of thing that was not in the base game. And that's what ended up happening. The temple, I don't think the temple will be open to being offered drinks, but we can go in and check. Also, just to sum things up, I do not drink alcohol at all. I never have and never will. But if you're well enough to...
Though our spirits may be low and
if you have control over yourself enough not to get yourself drunk every day and hurt people, then it's fine if you drink now and then.
Are you here to pray? Or perhaps pay your respects at our ancestral tomb? There where we inter our dead. They are sacred places, meant to honor their passing. Sadly, we've been unable to use the ancestral tomb beneath the temple as of late, and have resorted to other
Yeah, I have a skeleton dog now.
Remains. Those foul...
Hang on a second.
abominations we call ash spawn have risen from the ashes of our own ancestors. They are befouling the memories of our forefathers by defiling their remains.
Okay, sorry about that. My mom needed to run out really quick and I had to go get our actual dog. So she's on my lap now. She is a Chihuahua named Mindy, and I've shown video of her before.
Thank you, Wanderer. That would be most kind. Here, this key should open the door to the tomb. The reclamations are the true tribunal. The data that consecrate the Dunmer people. Azura, Methala, and Boethia. We call them the true tribunal because they have reclaimed their place in our hearts from the false tribunal that came before. Sotha Sil, Amalexia, and Vivek represent what was beings who won the Dunmer people's hearts with their actions, but blinded them just the same. They were aberrations, false prophets. They used their status as heroes to shield the true tribunal from our minds. But now that they've been destroyed, the light can finally shine upon the House of Reclamations.
Okay. Just so you know, I've actually on Azura's good side. I have her star right here in my pocket. So...
The Dunmer race doesn't bury their dead, or leave them to rot inside a stone sarcophagus. When a Dunmer passes, his body is given to fire, so he might return to the ash from whence he came. The Dunmer don't believe that death is the end. We believe that it's the beginning. Sounds like something from a dream, and yet it might be more strange. I remember a temple on Solstein, and working to build something. It was not a pleasant dream.
Okay, also
Be cautious, friend. The ash spawn are soulless beings, with no regard for compassion.
Also, I like his priest robes. They actually look really nice. It's nice to see, like, a religious temple here. Shrine of Bolethia, who we do not know that we have not interacted with that Daedric prince, I think. Shrine of Mephilia. I don't know if we've interacted with that one either. But here we have Azura. Let's see what Azura's blessing actually is. I mean, it makes sense to... Oh yeah, Bones Wolf Revenge. Basically, while I have this bone dog in my... Maybe that's why nobody notices you're Argonian. They're distracted by the dog. Maybe. I get this buff from having the dog with me, that I do more damage to undead. The Debella, Brawlers, Gauntlets, Glass Armor. Only thing I can guess is maybe it's from Blessing of Azure. Resist 10% of magic. That's actually a good buff. Thank you, Azura.
We rejoice because we embrace the Reclamations as our saviors. Who are the Reclamations? The Reclamations are Azura, Mephala, and Boethia. They mean to reclaim what was lost from the Tribunal's falsehoods and lies. Who are the perpetrators of those falsehoods? Sothasil, Amalexia, and Vivek. Saints who were never meant to be the cornerstones of our faith. What consequences did we suffer from this fallacy? The destruction of our homeland, the exile of our people, and the rebuilding of our civilization.
Also, my Chihuahua's on my lap right now, and she's very adorable.
Well. You may carry on.
I already talked to you. What about you?
I am Arthur.
Oh, okay. No, that's the guy I have not talked to.
Elder Arthroloth is grooming me to be his eventual replacement. Soon I'll be running the temple my way. Mirag. It sounds very familiar. I can't be sure. I know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna offer a priest a drink while he's on. Like that does not feel like a thing I should be doing. Okay, let's go handle this situation. Take it this is the priest's bedroom, which no, I'm not gonna steal from the priest. It's okay, Mindy. Mindy's whining because my mom is out and she loves my mom. Actually, I don't know if Ashspawn are undead. I mean, I imagine they are. Oh, I need that. Okay, these things just gonna keep spawning endlessly until I do something. Okay, I think the dog is immune to damage. Okay, that was actually relatively easy. Hey, priest? No, I didn't want to do that. Ah, there you are. Hey, dude, I took care of those weird ash zombies in your basement.
Spirits be praised. I'm hoping you didn't suffer much at the hands of those foul beings. Please, accept this as a token of my thanks.
Ooh, nice. Thank you. Thank you. So we helped cleanse an ancestral temple, to the dead. That's always great. Let me see. We need to find some more people to see if we can get to drink, to try this stuff.
Serve House Redoran, serve... Can I help you?
As the wife. Oh, how kind. Thank Gelders for me, won't you? My husband is second counselor, so I certainly have the means to reward you if you find my
Anything you can contribute. Good old Gelders is always managing to keep our spirits up. And our eyesight hazy. Thank you.
Okay, so just got 2 more people to hand this out to. I mean, it seems like the guy's a nice dude who everyone on this place likes. Mindy. Okay, hang on. Let me let my dog down. Okay. Go on, baby. There's Mama. Go back to Mama. My dog is very much a mama's girl. She very much likes my mom. Okay, now we have several quests we can do.
Your visit here. What? Oh, no, thank you. I need to keep my head clear. Remember, we are watching you.
Welcome to Raven Rock, traveler. Could I interest you in any fine ash-grown foods?
Okay, well, I think we've done all we can do here.
If you're looking for passage to Vardenfell, you're out of luck. No ships are heading that way anymore.
Okay, so... Guess we'll go this way. Yeah, I think we named the bone dog Rex because I'm not very creative when it comes to naming animals.
Damn it, woman. I said to leave me be.
Precious, last time you explored the mine, you almost fell to your death. I'm not spending the rest of my days as a widow.
And I'm telling you that I'll do whatever it takes to find my...
Oh, that's fair.
He's down here. I can feel it.
That was almost 2 centuries ago. There may be nothing left to find.
Just let me go, woman.
Precious, you're an obstinate old fool, and you're going to get yourself killed. My apologies for Crecious's ravings. That foolish old man thinks he's 30 years younger than he is. He's going to get himself killed traipsing around the mine. He's convinced himself that there's some sort of conspiracy involving the East Empire Company and the mine's closure. He came across some old letters that belonged to his great-grandfather in our house, and he believes every word written in them. Precious's great-grandfather worked for the East Empire Company. The letters mention some sort of discovery he was sent to investigate. There's really nothing remarkable in the letters. I don't know what he's so excited about. Gratian Corellius. He was an explorer for the East Empire Company. They'd sent him all over Tamriel when they had difficulties in a mining operation. Can you imagine doing all that dangerous work just to end up dying at your own doorstep? There was a horrible accident, and he was killed when one of the tunnels collapsed. They were never even able to go down there and recover the body. The East Empire Company sealed that section off to prevent any more tragedies. Cretius is convinced it's a story picked up by the company to cover up something else, but I don't know. My beloved is almost 80 years old, and I think the shock of finding one of his ancestors' things has left his mind a bit confused. I love him dearly, and I support everything he does. But I can't let him chase this silly idea, or he may end up joining Gratian in a rocky grave. To understand how we met one another, you have to appreciate what he's going through. Cretius is a third-generation miner. All his life, he's lived and breathed nothing else. By the time Cretius came of age, the ebony mine in Raven Rock was shut down. He took that quite hard. Our home has been in his family for over 200 years. Leaving would have been like abandoning precious memories. Instead, he stayed on Solstheim and spent most of his life prospecting for a new ebony source. Sadly, it never surfaced. A decade ago, this drove him into a deep depression. He shut himself inside.
I find it amusing how we're talking about all this with him just right there.
It was. After refusing to allow anyone to bring him food, Counselor Morvain ordered his door to be knocked down before Cretius starved to death. I was a temple priest at the time, and they had me use my healing arts to restore strength to his ailing body. I stayed for a while and cared for him, then I suppose we fell in love. Far from it. In fact, I'm no longer welcome there. In all honesty, it came down to a disagreement between what I believe and what Elder Othraloth believes. I'd prefer not to get into the details, but let's just say our opinions about the current status of the Tribunal vary widely. Be careful out there.
Who in the blazes are you? Can't you see I'm busy? Why should I tell you? I don't even know who you are. Maybe. Been difficult trusting people lately. They think I'm crazy. But mark my words, these mines hold a secret that could put Raven Rock back on the map. A secret the East Empire Company swept under the rug 2 centuries ago. It killed my great-grandfather and left Raven Rock with a worthless and tainted mine. You never heard of them? They're the largest trading company in Tamriel, originally chartered by the Emperor of Cyrodiil himself. Gratian Kyrelius. He spent his entire life exploring ancient ruins across Tamriel, and he died in these very mines almost 200 years ago. The East Empire Company called it a terrible accident, claiming that he was lost in a rockfall, but I know better. My wife and I were cleaning out our home, and we came across some of my great-grandfather's things locked in an old chest. I found an unsent letter he'd written to the East Empire Company, and a key. It describes a discovery that was made in the mine by some of the diggers. They wanted Gratian to take a closer look. The East Empire Company must have felt it was of great value, as they locked that section of the mine off from everyone else. It is. Well, I assume it is. I haven't been able to find the entrance.
Yeah, it does sound suspicious.
Finally, someone who believes me. I'm telling you, there's something big down there. Something that the East Empire Company wanted to hide from everyone. Look, my wife nags that I'm too old to go traipsing around these mines chasing my story. Time's my enemy. Caught up with me before I could find the answers that I'm looking for. I do. I want to know what happened to Gratian, and what the East Empire Company is keeping from all of us. Gratian kept a journal of notes about his discoveries. If you can find his remains, I'm hoping it will. Here's everything I have. The letter, the key. Please, do this for me, so I can finally regain the respect that I've lost. Look, I know I don't have much to go on. I have that unsent letter, and that's really it. But I also have a miner's instinct that's run in my family from before Gratian was even born. I may sound like a crazy old man to you, but I'm telling you, the tunnels here are solid. They would never collapse like that. She thinks that old age is out of my mind, that I'm seeing things when there's nothing to be seen. I realize she cares about me, but she has to understand that I can't rest until I find out what happened to Gratian. Then I'll settle down peacefully and never set foot in this mine again. I've been waiting for this moment for a long time, even before I discovered Gratian's old things. I just hope both of you don't mistake my enthusiasm for insanity. The damn fool doesn't even deserve to have it. The pickaxe was made for mining, not selling. I'll bet he stole it from the Skull in the first place. Oh, very well. Here. Tell him I hope he drops the thing on his foot. He's begging for patrons again, eh? Well, I suppose I could have just a bit. Be careful down there. Mine can be treacherous.
Okay, I'll go give the guy his pickaxe back, and then I'll go explore the mine.
Serve House Redoran or serve Noble?
work for Mogul. You got a problem, you talk to him.
Find my pickaxe yet? So, you finally tracked down old Cresius, eh? Quite a character, isn't he? Tell you what, since you went through all the trouble of finding it for me and all, you keep it. I just wanted to remind that codger you can't just go around taking things from other people. Now that you've delivered the message, I'm satisfied. Besides, that pickaxe hasn't done me any good in years. Maybe you can put it to good use. Bring your weapons and armor to me. I'll fix it up right.
As the wife of the second counselor of Raven Rock, it would be my pleasure to help you any way that I can.
Miserable. Just miserable. Oh, I hate this place.
Vendel Severin? Not today. Too many things on my mind. Pleasant journey, Severin.
Want to buy anything, or just laugh at our misfortunes? The East Empire pendants are scattered all over.
Move along.
Okay. You know, one reason I trust the guy that the company is probably up to no good. Also, let's get rid of my old pickaxe because I no longer really need it. Nord pickaxe. Good, okay. Okay, just a screever. Come on, Rex, let's continue. Hey, dude, you're making it a little difficult to get around. Okay, let's... Okay, let's continue. Okay, ebony sword. Technically I've got one, I think. Oh, okay, I can have him carry stuff. That's actually useful. Okay, what have we got down here? Definitely ruins. Yeah, I think that's all of them. There's some kind of temple down here. Okay. Kroger aren't really that much of an issue at this point. Okay, buddy. Also, why is this... Apparently Stalrim is a very good material. I just need to get the right smithing perk to be able to make it. Okay. See, I forget. Did I get a... I still have a skill point. I think... I need to get that, I think, to do it, which... Granted, I'm entirely capable of, and smithing things up to that level would help me level up my smithing more. We'll see. Potion of water walking, that's a new one. That might come in handy sometime. Come on. Where am I? Oh, look at that, I've been impaled. Let's see, what soul gems do I presently have? Okay, I have 4 grand soul gems, which is good. Because I'm pretty sure I still have something on me that does not have 2 enchantments on it. Yeah, I need to make new boots and new gauntlets to put more a new enchantment on. Fortunately, I did get some malachite from those ash spawn. Fortunately, I have 57 lockpicks. All that for really nothing. Okay, over there I think is where I need to head now. Okay. Or I'm supposed to... Okay, let's use candlelight. Okay, there's a lever or something in the room. Oh, a Tome of Ice Spike. Well, I can sell that. It's not really useful because I've had that spell forever, but... Now, also, I'm pretty sure the Bone Dog is indestructible, so... Well, that looks ominous. Okay, boy, get out of my way. Okay, I'm having trouble finding my way through here, and boy, you're not helping me a little bit here. Okay, so apparently that was... not the proper direction. Okay, so... Okay... Ooh. That looks cool. It's a great sword, which I don't use, but it looks cool. Okay, Rain's Hand. Received a letter from the East Empire Company today. They say that some of their miners broke through a wall shaft in Shaft 3 of Raven Rock Mine and found some ruins. I hope this isn't another waste of time like that fiasco sent to me in Cyrodiil. I'll gather my assistant Malleus and sail back to Raven Rock at first light. It'll be nice to see the old house in Solstheim again. Finally arrived in Raven Rock and was surprised by the number of Dark Elf refugees living in the town. They're not really from mining stock, but I think they'll make fine workers someday. Millions, and I spent a good part of the day clearing the ash off of my roof. Milius and I spent the good part of the day clearing the ash off of my roof of my house. The volcano is still erupting almost day and night. If it wasn't for the ash covering everything, it would be almost beautiful. Milius and I have headed into a Raven Rock mine to have a look at whatever it is the miners uncovered. I think I'll stop by the old swing and scoop and pick up a few supplies before we head down. Couldn't hurt to be prepared. Looks like the miners broke through the wall into an old Nordic burrow. I've seen this sort of thing in Skyrim before. Nords have burrows dotting the landscape, and almost none of them are marked on any of the maps. Looks like this burrow belongs to something called the Bloodskull clan. I'm going to take some ramblings of inscriptions on the tomb and see if I can learn some more information from my history books. It's been a few days, and I haven't found a single mention of this clan anywhere. Milius and I decided to proceed ahead, and we've come to a drop-down point. I can see a massive chamber below. It took the better part of a day to lower everything down, then climb down the almost sheer drop. It's been an astonishing day of discovery. After exploring the large chamber beyond the drop-off, I was startled to find the strangest weapon I'd ever laid eyes on, sitting on a pedestal of sorts. The blade appeared to be flawless, and it was emitting a faint, chilling glow. Bits of parchment found about the chamber seem to call it the Bloodskull blade. Not certain if I should remove it yet. I think I'll sleep on it. I decided against my own better judgment to remove the Bloodskull blade from its pedestal. really seems completely against it, but we need to bring this wonderful artifact with us when we find a way out of the burrow. I should have listened to Milius. The moment the blade was lifted, we set upon by Draugr. I fought bravely, but he fell. I was able to destroy the remaining ones, but I was badly wounded. I can barely stand. Chance of would be finding a way out of this place, but I fear I'm trapped. When it's been slow, I can only move for maybe a few minutes at a time before I have to rest. My supplies are running low, and I'm feeling weaker. The only progress I've made is finding a strange door with markings on it that I've seen. Never seen. There appears to be something to them missing, as they've confounded my attempts at getting through. I have to study further to make any progress, but I barely can keep awake. I'm fairly certain that the key to the door involves the use of the Blood-Skull blade. When swinging the weapon, I'm noticing a string of mythical energy emanating from it. I think by swinging the sword in different directions, it's possible to manipulate this ribbon and solve whatever puzzle this door presents. I hope to get well enough to do this test soon. Each swing is a huge effort. I've lost track of time, and strength is fading. I can't even stand anymore. My wounds refuse to heal. I'm afraid this tomb will become my resting place. If anyone finds this journal, please send these notes to my superiors at the East Empire Company and tell my wife that may Arcade guide me to my final rest. Okay. Okay, let's look at this sword. I might actually use this, depending on how it works. Okay, is there something wrong with this thing? Okay, it needs to be a power attack to use. Okay. I might try this thing. Hey, you know what? It's not my style mostly, but I want to test this thing out because it looks cool. Yeah, the dog's invulnerable. He can't die. I mean, I guess that should be expected. He's already dead. Okay, this is actually a good time to... I know I have a resist lightning, or a resist shock potion. There we go. other mask. Okay. The Bloodskull blade is good, but I don't have the... It's not as good as my own weapons. Like, maybe if I can... Let me see, how much does it do? It does 23 damage. That's why I wasn't doing very well. All of my weapons do way more than that. Probably can refine it, though, so we might end up doing that. Weird thing is, it doesn't seem to be enchanted. It seems to just have the power to shoot energy blades. Which, granted, is really cool. Problem is that this... Okay, there's a... Our Lord Straight Dragon Aspect. Okay, I think I've heard of this one. Yeah, I've heard of this one. I'm not... Let me see. Dragon Aspect. One day, take on the mighty aspect of the dragon, delivering colossal blows with armored high and powerful shouts. Let's see what this does. Okay, my arms get a power-up. What does that do? Aspect arms. Ooh, okay, so it's a super... So, super mode, essentially. That's cool. So we basically got a super mode now. That's actually really cool. Yeah, I've only really heard a little bit about Dragon Aspect, mainly that it's essentially the Dragonborn equivalent of going Super Saiyan, which is cool. Probably wasted it though. I probably wasted it because I think I don't know if I can use it more than once a day. What did I just do?
Yes, I told you. When I gave you the Arcma Infinium, your free will, an illusion. Why would you?
Oh, we're in...
Is Apocrypha, where all knowledge is hoarded. Sate your thirst for knowledge in the endless facts of my life.
Oh, hello, Cthulhu-looking guy.
If you tire of this book, read your book again. To your mortal life. For a time, the lure of Apocrypha will call you back. It is your fate.
Oh yeah, that was the guy who I... Okay, how do I get through this? I've read the Oblivion Crisis one before. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I think a lot of these books I've already gotten, and what it... I don't trust taking knowledge from a thing that's trying to tempt me with evil knowledge. Okay, you're a thing. You are a very large thing. Okay. Okay, these are empty black soul gems that I will throw out, or they're ones that actually have people's souls in them, which I use because otherwise they're trapped inside of a black soul gem for all eternity, and that is genuinely worse than that. So I'll drop the one that... Yeah, I don't have room for all these books. And I think I've actually already got most of them. Oh, that's Lovecraftian. Okay, your attack, shout, and destruction spells no longer damage your followers, except one ability at a time from this book. Okay, what's this one do then? Since I do 10 more damage and get 10% better prices from people of the opposite sex. I am married. Reading skills books. Yeah, obviously the companions in sight. Very good, because it gives me friendly fire. Like, turns friendly fire off. Why would you take any of the other two? The other two don't really give you any benefit. Okay, so we've discovered everything, and now we get a permanent boost, which means my followers are no longer damaged by my own attacks. Well, not all of my own attacks, granted, but... Okay, so let's see, that's the direction I was coming from. So now I can actually have... followers, and I do not have to worry about them getting caught in the crossfire and dying. Hello, sir. So apparently that opened up into a den of...
Time to die, Outlander!
Okay. So apparently I opened up into a thieves' den. That's interesting. Don't you just love hate it when you're a bunch of thieves and you set up your shop and then suddenly an adventurer just somehow opens the door into your lair? Ooh, chitin armor, which... is way worse than what I'm wearing, but I am going to take it because I might actually be able to do... And you guys were doing things to Draugr. I don't want to know. Yeah, I'm sure you were just like stacking them here for some reason. I don't know. Were you cannibals? I just killed several people like that. I mean, several raiders that were cannibals. Like that's happened before. I mean, I have eaten several cults. Like, I have eaten quite a few cults at this point. But yeah, it looks like I just opened a door into these thieves' basement, like just out of nowhere. They're just minding their own business, and here comes the Dragonborn. Thing is, they don't even know who I am. Like, back on the mainland, people have probably heard stories about the Dragonborn, but no. Here, everyone's just like, oh, who is this guy? Well, obviously these guys have killed people, so instantly have absolutely no remorse for killing them. Okay, I feel bad for killing, like, I don't, like, that's the thing. But does my character feel bad? I don't know. I
got you.
Okay. So apparently just found my way, came out of a dungeon into a den of outlaws. That's not normally how this goes. Normally I end up in the same relative area, so I don't know what happened. I mean, this is unusual, because normally I just end up in the same relative area, but no, this time I end up in a completely different area, which is unusual for me. Anyway, I mean, I'm not complaining. Oh, crud. Okay, now I'm complaining. Okay. Oh. I mean, okay, no, I'm not complaining, because there was really no point to me not doing that. These guys aren't much of a challenge, actually. I mean, after a certain level in anything, bandits normally stop being a threat. That's probably the way I need to go, but I want to clear this place out. Like, that's the thing. In most games, there becomes a point where, like... the rank and file minions just, I mean, the rank and file bandits just would probably be smarter not coming within a mile of you. And you'd think by now well, these guys have the excuse. Like, these guys have an excuse. They have never been on the mainland, so they don't know who the Dragonborn is. So it's like they have the excuse. Now, where am I? I think I'm supposed to go a different way. Okay. But yeah, that's kind of how this goes. Oh, chest. Because that's in anything, is eventually the rank and file random bandits that pick fights with people that obviously shouldn't be someone they should be picking a fight with. Like, I'm gonna be honest, if I was like a level 5 bandit, and I saw the Dragonborn come up to me wearing full, like this suit of armor, like the glass armor I am presently wearing, I would probably be like, and I'm here in my fur with, like, a normal steel sword, I'd probably be like, you know, dude, I think that's the Dragonborn. We probably shouldn't fight him. Okay, that's... Okay, almost. Okay, now where do I need to go? That's where I just came from. Where are these guys? We're over there. How do I get... How am I supposed to get over there? Okay, I guess I am just... Okay, how am I actually supposed to get up here? Because clearly this is not it. It's a Bethesda game. How you're supposed to do something and how you end up doing it are not always the same thing. There we go. Okay, so where the heck are we? We are really far away from where we're supposed to be, actually.
You're back. Please, tell me what you found. Let me see that. Huh, I knew it. Gratian's death wasn't because of a rock fall. It was just a story to keep people away from the tombs. Now that I have his journal in hand, I can get some closure from the East Empire Company. Make them pay for lying to everyone. Thank you. Now, I believe I owe you a little more than a debt of gratitude for all that work you did. Here, it's not much, but it's the best an old, retired miner can do. Those cowards left decades ago. Every single damned one of them. The moment the ebony mine dried up, they pulled up stakes. Ridiculous. Solstheim is still rich in ebony ore. I know there's more down there. I can smell it. I come from 3 generations of miners, and I'm telling you that the East Empire Company was wrong. They just didn't want to spend the coin trying to find it. Mark my words. Raven will
allow me to apologize for Cretius's behavior. I'm afraid he hasn't been himself lately. Oh, that sounds lovely. Thank you.
Okay, let's finish this. And then we'll sign off for the night, because I have to go to my D&D session.
The entire island isn't covered.
Get him!
Welcome to the Retching Netch Corner Club, home of the finest Sioux jammer that will ever... Perfect! All that's left now is to go ahead and wait for the patrons to come in. As promised, here's a little something for yourself. How do you feel? It's a blessing. I've got regular paying customers again. Thirsty workers at the end of the day, and more coin than I can count.
Okay, so he helped this entire place by helping a guy find closure, and we got a really cool sword out of it. Anyway, that's kind of the roleplay in a nutshell, isn't it? Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye! I still don't have a catchphrase.